Whoa now, everybody. I'm your host, Lambo Drew. You are now tuned in to another edition of the Leverage Show. And you know your boy, rocking the Biggie, man. It was all a dream. And tonight, we get ready to get on it, man. Is it your dream or is it going to be your reality? I'm going to break down the exotic card play tonight. So y'all definitely want to be tapped in and ready to go, because this is literally getting ready to take a lot of y'all to that next level where y'all have been dreaming, y'all have been desiring, like, can I go to this next level? Can I run this play? Can I do this? Listen, I'm here to tell y'all, man, personal experience, yes, you can. You can go get that car of your dreams. You can go get that exotic car. You can go get that car that you've been dreaming and seeing and having on your vision board. And as a little kid, you've seen on TV and all of this. You can go get it. And I'm going to run the exact numbers down, the comps, and everything you need, the full format. I'm giving it to y'all tonight. Lambo ain't charging y'all nothing for this information. I just want to see y'all running the play. I want to see y'all running the play and coming back and saying, you know what? Lambo, we ran the play. We went on ahead and did what you said. We made the phone calls. We reached out to the people we needed to reach out to. We did what you told us to do, and we came back, and here it is. Here's the keys to the whip, man. I'm telling y'all this right now. I'm going to show y'all what y'all going to need to be able to take to the table. Some of y'all have been looking to see if you belong at the dealership. So what happens is, you go to the dealership that your pockets afford. You go to the dealerships saying, you know what? This is where my budget is. No longer will this thing be happening, man. I'm telling y'all what I know. It is about to go down. So make sure that y'all are definitely tapped in. I'm running the play. Listen, I'm bringing the play out. We had my guy Chris Meeks on here just Tuesday night, who did an exceptional job. Definitely Chris Meeks, man, in the city of Denver. He's known as Lambo Chris, man. So shout out to my guy, Chris Meeks, are coming on here, man, driving a beautiful orange Lamborghini. And y'all heard his testimony. Y'all heard his story. Y'all heard him going ahead, man, and say that he was running it and how he ran the play. I'm getting ready to give it to y'all tonight. Y'all are going to run the play. Y'all not getting ready to go ahead and be sitting on the sideline not another year. Y'all heard how he ran the play Tuesday night. He said literally, Lambo, I went on ahead. He was upset with the Tesla, for those who remember. And we gave out cash prizes Tuesday night. So, man, if y'all missed, I'm telling y'all, man, we ended the show with cash prizes. People were getting Venmo. People were getting Cash App. People were getting Zelle. People definitely were on here getting a bag. Like literally, we were giving back to y'all. This is probably one of the most giving back channels that you guys know, that we're not asking for anything. We just want to see y'all successful and run the play. And that's what we've been here doing. We've been in the trenches. I've been helping clients literally get their business credit and everything else ready so they can go run the play, and then turn them over to the people who run the play. And when they come back, they like, Lambo, this is my picture. This is my keys. This is the Lamborghini Urus. You said that if we run the play, it was going to happen. And this is it. This is the McLaren. This is the Rolls Royce. This is the Aston Martin. They're running the play, and they're coming back with the keys. And I'm here to give y'all the keys tonight, right here on the Leverage Show. This is probably going to be one of the hottest ones. So make sure y'all stay tuned to this Leverage Show. I'm not giving y'all no fluff. I'm giving y'all the actual rough. This is what you want. This is what the stuff you need to come to the table with. You're going to come to the table with and find out that it's not that much expensive than what you think. You just need to run the play. And if you run the play the correct way, I'm telling y'all this right now, you can definitely go drive the car of your dreams if you want to. And we're going to run it tonight. Literally this play, and I'm telling you, I've ran it over and over again. I'm giving this to y'all. I've ran this over and over again for so many people. My network of my crew who's around me, they are professionals of knowing what you need to know and put on what you need to put on your credit. I'm telling you what I know. I'm giving it to y'all. Some of you may say, Lambo, how do you get it? How do you run the play? How do you drive it? It's easy. It's really easy. But for somebody like me, I have to break it down to y'all. And I have to show you what you've probably been seeing, what you've probably been missing, where you probably seen it at, where you probably didn't hear it at. Nah, forget all that stuff. You flipping through the gram and you flipping through Facebook, you flipping through all of this entertainment. No, go run your own play. Go make your dreams happen. And we're going to make it happen today, tonight. We're running it. Make sure you take a pen, take a pad. Even if you got to go ahead and rewrite and revise this whole entire broadcast over and over again, hit the replay button and then keep running it. Say, hold on, Lambo say do this. I'm going to show you how to run it. And if you need help, I'm telling you, reach out to me. Reach out to me and my team. We're going to make it happen. We in here, we at a different level with this, man. If it's hard, that's what you want. We can run that play all day long. Let us know what you need help in. But first of all, this play, if you're going to run this play, for some of y'all, I'm getting ready to give y'all the number one game thing that y'all going to need to do. You're going to have a business in place. You're going to have a business in place. Whether it's an LLC, an LLP, whether you got a corporation or whatever, it's going to go on ahead and allow you to get into position. Not to say that you're going to be ready to run it, because I got a lot of people who got businesses. I got a lot of people, man, who are making cash, but you get ready to hear the squadron of what you actually need to really run this play and run it proficiently over and over. That way you're actually going to the touchdown. You're going to the house. You're taking it to the house. That's what we're going to talk about today. What do you need to do this? Again, some of y'all are paying for vehicles that literally are just way above what you should be paying for. If you're going to pay that, you might as well go get the Ferrari, go get the Lamborghini, go get the Aston Martin, go get it. Go get the Maserati, go get it. Because what you are paying for, some of you guys are in a place that you are paying way too much for the car that you are just satisfied but just driving, not the car of your dreams. I'm going to show you how to go get the car of your dreams. I'm also tonight going to teach you how you can leverage the car of your dreams. That's what Lambo loves. Again, me driving around in a Lambo or driving around in a Ferrari is one thing. Me showing you how to leverage that to make money and passive income cash flow. Now we talking. Now this is what the leverage show is about. But I'm going to show you how to go ahead and still drive it and make money yourself and do what you got to do so you can own that car of your dreams. We're going to talk about it tonight on the Leverage Show. Let me get to these chats real quick because I see y'all in here popping, man, tonight, man. And you already know Lambo going to come with it. I'm going to do what I do on this show. LA Law, I see you in the building. Happy Thursday, everyone. I hope all is well. Good to see you, Kennard. Kennard Haney with this YouTube algorithm. I don't know what's going on. But shout out and everything to LA Law, man. And my guy, Kennard Haney, man, out here always tapping in with that number one top spot, man, right here on the Leverage Show. Thank y'all for what y'all doing. Diddy's Chick and Cat Shack, my guy Dave and Chris is in the building, man. Thank y'all tonight. Blessings, Mr. Johnson and the Leverage Show family, showing the love to the Leverage Show family. This is what this thing is about, making sure that we are moving ahead and moving ahead as a unit. And we going to make sure that we take it to the house tonight. Y'all make sure that y'all show some love out here. Hi, Dee good to see you. LA Law showing love, man, to Dee Chicken Cat Shack. You know what time it is. Freddie B is in the house, man. My dog, man. Peace and blessings all, man. Hello, Johnson family. Listen, hello to the entire Sanders family, man, down there. I know y'all holding it down. Listen, my prayers are with y'all, man. My wife was just thinking about you guys really heavy, man, yesterday. Y'all are definitely on our prayers and in our thoughts, man. Continue to keep rocking out and continue to keep doing what y'all do because you know the Leverage Show family going to hold y'all high, man. Give my love to everybody. Brett, Jax, the whole fam, man. You know what time it is, man. We coming on 2023, man. God got this, man. God got this. Freddie B, thank you, bro, dog. Make sure you guys check out Freddie B. Let me know what the results with the chef. We ready to hear it, brother, because we was out there voting, brother, voting twice and everything else, man, to make sure you get in, man. Come back, show with the Leverage Show family, with the definitely the chef contest, man, and where we at, man. Show us some results. Let us know what's popping with that. Money's in the building saying hello. You got this, man. We got this all night long. We getting ready to make this happen. Issa's in the building. Hello, Lambo family. You know what time it is, Issa. Shout out to my dog, man, out here getting it in, man, and making it happen. And winners of Tuesday nights, man. He was a winner. Kennard Haney was a winner. Leslie was a winner. Who else? Shout out to two new people, Star G, and as well as Mrs. Thiel was a winner as well. And we had a couple of other people, man. James was a winner. We had some winners Tuesday night. Y'all do not want to miss the Leverage Show, man, because I told y'all we giving out serious cash prizes more. I'm telling y'all, tomorrow, Finance Fridays, y'all going to want to tap in at noon Eastern because we going all the way in and everything, man. Again, on Finance Fridays live, oh, yeah, it's going in at noon Eastern. So make sure y'all tap in because we're running another play to show y'all how y'all can actually get into a play that actually makes passive income, man, about 10% a week. So some of y'all definitely want to be tapped in, man, because we definitely dropping the sauce, man. Diddy's Chicken Cash X, man, showing hi to LA Law. LA Law was showing love to Freddie B and Money. You already know. Fro say, man, you got this, man. You already know we got this, man. We making it do. It's good to see you, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's Sidra, man, saying hi, LA Law, showing love, man. Money showing love to LA Law, man. Kennard Haney said Biggie was one of my favorites, man. Biggie is one of my wife's favorites too, man. This is her shirt all day long. You already know, man. She definitely had to do this. My favorite and everything. I'm gonna hate to say it, man. I was a Tupac boy. That was me in that area. If you say Biggie or Pac, I'm going Pac all day long, man. That was my guy. I just loved everything about how he spoke, exactly what he stood for, and just him not going on the head and bowing down to just society in the way how the injustice this man of society has been, and speaking about that, even on platforms when he was surrounded by people and they was coming at him like he was a shark, he turned around and became the whale. I'm like, oh my God, it's a different man. So again, man, shout out to Biggie, shout out to Pac. Oh, West Coast, but you know I'm a Southern boy, so we already bring it all the way back down to the bottom of the map, man. Cash Money, man, all day long, no limit, all day long, man. You know what time it is, man. Thank you for that, Kennard Haney. Let's make this happen. As Sidra said, man, blessings to you, man. Blessings to you, man. LA Law says, man, hi, Fro, good to see you. You know what time it is. Jamal Titus is in the building, man. Lambo Drew in the house. Happy Thursday, Leverage Show family, man, with the fire emoji. Listen, man, I really want to thank you, JT, because you are down there right now in Belize, man, getting it in, and it was good and refreshing to see your video yesterday, and I got a chance to tap in on that, man. So shout out to what you're doing, man, in Belize, and literally helping the people in the city of Belize, literally the culture. And he's doing some really amazing things. He's going to definitely tap in and tell y'all that. We got to bring him back to the broadcast so he can actually talk, man, more about what's going on in that project and helping out that whole city when most people get down there to do the tourist trap and do all of this other stuff and enjoy themselves. He's really helping the entire city down there with a gang of leaders, man. So shout out to JT, man, for you doing your thing, man. Keep it up, man. Shout out to you because I already know what time it is, man. Fro says, man, hey, LA Law, man, you already know what it is. LA Law showing love to Jamal, saying good to see you, JT, man. This is what I'm talking about. Jamal Tidy says, LA Law is in the house. You know what time it is. Freddie B say, LA Law, what's going on, man? Come on now. Issa says, man, hi, brother Ken, man. Hi, Mrs. Johnson, showing love, man. Jamal Titus and Ken Haney, man, showing love, man. This is what I'm talking about. My wife is in the building. Hello, family, man, showing love, man. You know what time it is. Always love to see my beautiful bride, man, out here doing what she do. Freddie B say, LA Law, what's going on again? Come on now, let's make this thing happen. My guy BOJ is in the building. Man, y'all make sure y'all go like and subscribe to my guy Bank of Gerald's channel, man. I'm telling y'all this right now. I was just, man, literally bragging on him last night. I think I sent Jackson, man, Crypto Jack, man. Shout out to Jack, man. Definitely I had to put him and add him to the Lambo group because of Rich Rian, man, another homie from the Penn group, man, went on ahead and started her own channel, and she's doing some great things in that Telegram group. And definitely, man, I reached out, man, to Jack when I finally seen that he was in the group. I'm like, oh, man, let me add you to the Lambo Lounge, man. Let's get you right. Me, BLJ, was just talking about you a couple days ago and everything, man. So shout out to my guy BLJ, what he's doing, and he's on the move, y'all. My God. BLJ is actually killing the game out here and running the business credit plays. Woo! He's the boy been on fire, man. So definitely, y'all go definitely shout out at his channel. Tap in. Make sure you go drop and get him plugged into the heat that he's dropping, because he's definitely changing lives for what he is doing, man. Show me the keys. I'm going to show you not just the keys. I'm going to show you the way. We getting ready to go ahead, man, and make a full airport, or as Jay-Z called it, the Clareport. Issa says, hi, Jamal. Sir, good to see you. This is what I'm talking about. Issa saying, hi, BOJ. Good to see you. This is what I'm talking about. Showing love. Ken is out here showing love to Issa, man. You know what I'm talking about, man. LA Law, man, showing love to BOJ. Good to see you in the building, man. Ken saying, he says, shout out from Mr. Titus from Belize. Yes, he's actually in Belize down there, smelling all that good water and everything, man, and enjoying himself down there in them islands, man. BOJ flexing the arm, man, saying, what's up, LA Law? Coming through strong. You know what time it is on the fam. Hi, Mrs. Johnson. Good to see you, man. Jamal Titus showing love, man, to IC, man. Kennard Haney say, shout out to LA Law, Freddie B, and BOJ in the house with the fire emoji. Let's drop that, man. You know what time it is, man. This is what we're doing, man. Roll calling out here, man, on the Leverage Show. Kennard Haney say, man, what's up, my guy, man, from Freddie B, man. Showing love to Kennard Haney. BOJ said, man, what's up, Kennard? You know what time it is, man, right out here. Issa said the white Lamborghini Urus is coming. Brother, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how to make sure you guys get that, run that play, and make sure you guys are standing 10 toes down, because I'm telling you this right now, it's really getting ready to go ahead, man, and bless a lot of y'all of what you guys can see, man, that's out here. You want the white one, man? Y'all pick the color. Some of y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, you haven't picked your color. You haven't picked your car. I sent the video out. Like, I got a private group where I send the video out. You got an iPhone, I send it to you on Sundays. You understand? I had to get back to that because we've been rolling and traveling. But on Sundays, if you got an iPhone, a certain group of people, I send them videos, man, to help motivate them, man. Let them know, dude, this is, man, make a decision. It's already in front of you. If you connected to me, you connected to the show, you connected to the family, it's gonna happen. You just need to know, let me pick it out, and guess what? Let me know when it's time for me to run the play. And guess what? We're going to do that. We're going to connect you to the right people, connect you to the right source, and make sure you are running the play. Definitely coming right here on the Leverage Show. So definitely, he said the white one, get that white Italian stallion. We call it that cocaine white, man, in the South. Freddie B say, man, my credit score is still thanking you. I believe it's 800 plus. It is. You sent me that 800 plus credit score, man. Freddie B, man, you're so welcome, man. Whatever I can possibly do to you, man, was truly a blessing and stuff like that, especially helping out in the credit, man. Everybody know, man, that's where Lambo, I exceeded, and I turned around and I went so big with credit and been doing that for so many years and helping so many people and running the play for so many people. There was people, I remember we had a big transition at the beginning of this year. And we were taking on clients. Everybody know that I was going into the investment side of everything more. So what I was doing was, with my credit repair business, I literally had automated it, man. And still it is automated, man. And we were doing transition. And we remember from one transition from one client of people who was actually handling files, and then to the other people handling files, there was a big drop, man. You know, just a slight drop of people who didn't get their information imported and everything else. So we had to try to get all of that information, man, imported, and hire a new team to be able to handle that. And that assistance has been doing very well handling that, and been right back to receiving some great results and allowing people, man, to help get those negatives items removed and put that stuff back on their credit, put the good stuff back on their credit. And now we've been seeing people, man, within the last 2-3 months, really big, running so many plays like it's been insane. And that's what the Leverage Show, man, here has been for. And I'm incredible, man. A lot of people know, man, if you fell off into that, and man, if we had no type of communication because of that transition, there were some people, man, we were able to transition about 97% of everybody over. The 3%, man, say, hey, Lambo, I need the refund back. Hey, we gave them that refund. Like, y'all go y'all separate ways. Y'all enjoy life. Keep it moving, man. We really want to wish y'all the best and stuff. We'll be right here still producing hits after hit right here. And I'm telling you what, it literally skyrocketed. Literally connected with a couple of more other people who were around me say, yo, Lambo, man, what you into? We've been still in the credit game, still doing our thing, but now we didn't took it up a notch and then turned around and connected and partnered with them. And we've been knocking out nothing but people, man, left and right. And people been getting their credit scores. Some of them as fast as done as in 7 to 15 days. Done. Stuff taken off that had been plaguing them for years, because connecting with the right people in the right season will take you into another level of your life. See, some people and everything, man, you have to understand, don't run away from the hand that's actually really feeding you and provide for you. You just need to say, man, whatever I need to do to bless that hand, man, and stay connected, that's what I'm going to need to do. And I'm telling you, the team got really hot this year in every aspect. And so many new partners started partnering with us, but I'm talking about within the last 4 months exactly. The last 4 months has been the most insane I've ever seen and I've ever worked with partners who are really getting it done. Not saying they're gonna get it done, really getting it done, really getting people into the right place and running the play and go and get a bag so that they can actually live the life of their dreams and get on with some things that they're doing. The last 4 months has been the most insane months I've ever seen. Again, relationships is everything. Relationships are key. Relationships will take you in or take you out of the season that you truly desire to be in. Whatever you do, man, I'm telling y'all this for somebody out there that y'all need to know. If you severed or you literally had a relationship that was very toxic, that you say, man, I need to go repair this. I need to go do something about this. Hey, I need to send an apology. I need to send forgiveness or whatever. Go send it. Because I'm telling you this right now, you don't need nothing in this life to block your blessings. And especially if you try to make a move and go places, you need to just say, you know what? I need to make it right. Sometimes even if the person wronged you and it's forgiveness, not for them, the forgiveness is for yourself. That way you can take it off of you. So that way when you see the person, oh man, hey, how you doing? That don't mean you got to go ahead, man, and be drinking at Starbucks and everything with them. You just know you see them on the passing by and you're continuously to keep going because you learn to take a high road. And that road is actually, man, giving you into a level of success and opening more doors for your and more better relationship that you're able to give positive energy into and positive vibes into. And that's on the Leverage Show of what we're actually doing and aiming to do even more bigger. We want to spread that love. We want to spread that joy. We want to spread that peace so that when you get out here and you're amongst people and people see you, they see in everything, man, something different about you. They notice something different about you. They really feel it. It's just not you saying something, it's followed by action. And that's on the Leverage Show of what we're here for, to actually help change you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, for sure, that you'll be able to make more better, sound decisions in the things that you're doing in life and have a more stronger impact in whatever that you're trying to do in life. That's what we're here for. So shout out for you, Freddie B, for hearing, man, that 800 credit score and you sending me that. I was in the airport heading to San Diego that night. Shout out to my dude back a few months ago. These investment things that we've been doing. And, man, it has literally blessed our life tremendously. So, dude, thank you. Let us hear the testimonies. The testimonies and us showing the results, not just talking about it, has been everything to us. Has been everything to us. And I'm telling you what I know. We want to make a movement and a big impact. So keep coming, man. All summer long, we dropping it. All fall long, and the rest of the year, all through winter, all the way through next year, we're dropping heat, man, right here. Canard Haney say, man, Freddie B is in the house. Good to see you, BOJ. Yes, it's definitely good to see BOJ, man. And you know what time it is. Freddie B says, second place, man, in the competition. We've got more brewing, so stay tuned. Bet. That's what I want to hear and everything, man. Stay tuned and everything, man, from that, because, man, you already know, man, that this what time it is. Let me see. Shout out to Dee Dee's Cat and Chick Shack. You already know what time it is, man. Let's go, man. Let's make this time for you, man. Freddie B say from the 99 to the 2000. Yes, you already know, man. That's Juvie at his best, getting it in and talking that talk. You already know. All right, let's see. 10. Shout out to 10. Happy Thursday. Thomas Palacio here. Jamal Titus. Oh, shout out to him. Brought me here. I'm a 21-year-old businessman from Belize. A lot of gems from JT. Shout out to you, 10. Mr. Thomas Palacio. Let me know if I'm saying that right. Palacio. That's what it looked like, a Palacio. But Thomas, I'm going to just call you Thomas. Shout out to you, Thomas, man, for tapping in and definitely being a first timer to the Leverage Show. Y'all make sure y'all show Thomas some love right here on the Leverage Show family, because we're excited about that. Shout out to money in the building, in our hands and in our account. Yes, you already know what time it is. LA Law say, let's go, Freddie, with the fire emoji, firing it up. Let's go make this happen. Hi, 10, welcome and good to see you. LA Law showing love to 10. That's what we're here to do. Let's show love, man, to some first timers who are on here. Trying to get my hands on a silver Jeep Rubicon. Leather seats. Oh, man, that leather's so soft in my Wayne voice. But yeah, the leather is soft. We will make sure you will be able to run that plate and run it efficiently, especially when we're out here. I've seen it in my mind. It'll manifest soon. If you've seen it in your mind, if you've seen it in your creation and your creativity, if you've seen it within your vision, I'm telling you, it's for you. It's for you. I got a chance to be on a late call last night, man. Shout out to my guy, Coach Rashid. And me and Coach was out here cooking up. Actually, before that, it was me and my guy, Tim Business Tim, and Larry the Lion, and Duke. We was all out there, man, cooking before then for a couple hours. And my guy, Charles. Shout out to my guy, Chef, man, who was out there helping change lives. Literally, it went from call to call. By the time I look back, I'm like, wow, it's 2, 3 o'clock a.m. in the morning, Lambo. What's going on? I got to be up in the next little bit from that. And I'm telling you what, it was truly a blessing to talk with Coach and allow Coach and everything, man. You know, as leaders, we run things back and forth off of each other. A lot of things, man, that the times we can't come back to the people, man, and kind of talk about them. So we run it off of each other so that we can continue to stay agile out here and kind of the same beat. And if you need a moving or agility partner, find you one. Find you one, somebody who is just as fine-tuned as you are, so that when you guys are stepping in life and you're ready to make a move, you're ready to go. You're ready to go. This is what this thing is about. So if you've seen it in your mind, Tim Thomas, it's going to manifest for you, my friend. You watch what I tell you. Brother Ken, yes, sir. Good to be in the house. Definitely good to be in the house for my guy. You already know what time it is, man. Quentin, QP is in the house. What up, though, Leverage Show family? Look, definitely loving to see you. Thank you, brother, for tapping in and stuff like that, man, right here on the Leverage Show. We're here to go ahead each and every single time to make sure that we're showing love here on this Leverage Show to every single body. Look, who in the world and everything? Who else? Oh, I didn't miss my Facebook fam. Shout out to your ex. What's up, X in the big house? Ooh, I like this topic. Man, it's going on. I see you. Tupac, QP say Tupac, man. What up, though, Leverage Show family? Yes. Pac and everything, man, you already know, man, was my guy, man. So shout out to y'all, man, for y'all making this happen. Listen, literally, we're going to talk a lot tonight. LA Law says, man, hi, Quinn. Good to see you. Yeah. Good to see you. You already know what time it is, man. LA Law showing love, man. This is what this thing is about. Congrats, Fred. Second place for my guy, Freddie B. Leverage Show on. Freddie B. Sanders. Man, y'all make sure y'all give it up to my guy, Freddie B., because that's a truly blessing for us, definitely going out and showing some vote, man. And Freddie B getting second place, man. Look, let's keep going. We in the circle, we in the movement, we on the move. Freddie B, I need you to go back, make it proud. Make us come back proud, because so you already know what time it is. LA Law says, showing what QP showing love to LA Law. You know what time it is. My wife showing love to Thomas. Shout out and everything, man, to Thomas, man. Let's go. Let's make this thing happen. QP says, still at work, tuning in for the game, though, bro. Yeah, bro, I'm going to drop the game tonight. You ain't even got to worry about it. Cynthia Davis is in the building. Double salute to Cynthia. You already know I got to give double salutes, man, for my favorite people, man, who are definitely coming back in, man, and they can catch us when they can. I know their work schedule is busy. Cynthia Davis says, man, good evening, Lambo Drew. Hello, Mrs. Johnson and the family. It's good to see y'all. Listen, Cynthia Davis, it's good to see you, and definitely always good to hear your energy and your wonderful positivity when you come back to the Leverage Show each and every single time, or when you actually through the airwaves and you hit up Kennard or you hit up and everything JT and be like, hey, Lambo, it's me and Cynthia Davis, man. Love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing and rocking out. Thank you. Coach Rashid is in the building. full leader, full salute, man. Make sure you guys go like and subscribe, man, as well to my guy, Coach Rashid channel as Rashid Next Level, man. The Leverage Show family is nothing but fire. Lambo Drew, yeah, it was late, brother, but always enjoy your company at any time. Brother, it was so late, my phone died. That's exactly how it was. My phone died from us having a conversation, and we literally squeezed out a couple hours, and that phone is usually gone about 20, 30 minutes, but literally, I don't know what happened. I had no charges around me, especially where I was in my house, but the phone died, man, and, man, Coach, that's my guy. You already know. Nothing but love for you, man. Make sure you guys go stay tapped in because we're running some serious plays to help you guys definitely level up. And Coach Rashid, his Zoom calls and some of the great leadership that he's doing is really helping y'all get to the next level. So let's keep going on. I'm telling y'all this right now. Kennard Haney say, shout out to QP in the building. Yes, shout out to my guy QP being in the building, man. Coach Rashid, welcome, Coach Rashid. Kennard Haney, man, just showing so much love. This is what this thing is about. Ken Dog, QP showing Ken Dog some love, man. The International Mall. Shout out to the International Mall, man, in the building. Lambo Drew, got my wife a car today. Beautiful moment. See, this is what we're here to do. This is what we're here to do. Listen, I so want to say a big congratulations. New car, a beautiful blessing. That's what this thing is about. We're here to be actually making a difference. See, Coach pours so much into people's lives. Let me tell you something. There's always a beautiful thing to go get your own. I just got to give that to you. When you go get your own and you able to bless your wife with a new car, oh, it's on. I already know. My wife is already like, Coach Rashid went on ahead and had a new car with his wife. What you gonna do, baby? What you gonna do? So again, this is what this thing is about. Us winning on another level and continuously to keep going higher, man. So shout out to your coach, man, for winning and enjoying that new car. Hopefully that wife is definitely had a smile from ear to ear and she enjoying that, man, before she definitely taps in on out of town and stuff like that. You know what time it is. Shout out to your coach, man, and the family, man, leveling up on a new whip, man. LA Law says, man, hi, Cynthia. Hi, Coach Rashid. Good to see you. Yes. Definitely good to see them, man. What's good, bro, Haney, and all the awesome people. You know what time it is, Coach, man. We definitely out here on here. LOL with the smiley face. Hey, brother, we just laughing, having a good time, man. Go treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself, man. And that's tonight what we are going to talk about. Listen, I really want to thank you. I want to thank each and every single one of y'all, man, tonight. Because I can tell y'all this right now. A lot of us who are actually on this broadcast, we're here to really help each other move in the right direction. And what I'm here to do is just to help run a play down. Hopefully I'm not going to be long because Finance Friday is just tomorrow at noon Eastern. So y'all got to be tapped in for that, man. 11 a.m. Central Time. And if you're on the West Coast, man, if you're out there, man, in Cali, it's going to be 9 a.m. 9 a.m. your time. So y'all definitely don't want to miss that. And my guy, Reed, will be coming on tomorrow, man. Definitely dropping some serious gems and some serious knowledge, man, tomorrow. So y'all do not want to miss that, man. Shout out to my little bro, J.E. I see you in the building, man, out there on Facebook Family Love. Listen, it's time for us to run the play. It's time for us to run the play, y'all. It's time for us. Lambo that did this roll call long enough. My baby, why you do that, Coach? You already know what time it is, baby. You know. I know. I'm telling you, man, look, it's on the way, man. She eyeing some stuff right now, man. Now that Coach then gave her that green light, oh, Lord. It's over with, man. It's over with. So, listen, shout out to Coach for going on ahead and throwing Lambo underneath that bus, man. Without throwing him underneath the bus, man, intentionally. I really, really, really want to help you guys out. You really want to run that play? You really want that dream car? I really want to help y'all out. Y'all heard Chris Meeks the other night talk about it. Y'all heard him out there, man. And I see Coach, he's laughing out here on the LOL. It's all good, brother. We good, man. And he was actually speaking on the play. And he's speaking on the play that he ran. And he said, man, look, you heard his testimony. You heard him go all through what he went through. And I was telling myself, man, I said, dude, I should give it to the people. Most of the time, this is when clients come to you. We sit down, we run the play, we charge them for the play because there's a lot of stuff going on with that play, a lot of moving pieces. And I said, man, look, I just want to give some people straight knowledge, straight game. You don't even have to think twice how to run the play. Now, he told y'all he went into his lines of the properties that he had and turned around and got the money, the equity from the properties. And literally within 72 hours had to turn that money in for a bid he won online for a Lamborghini that he didn't even know that he was going to win, and had to literally get that money to them, man, within 72 hours right then and there. It's a lot of capital, man, for that. Now, listen, let me tell y'all something. Now, you heard him say, man, Lambo, I wish I would have ran into you 5 years ago on a lot of things when it comes to business. And this is what I'm a specialty at. This is what my team around me is a specialty at. Anytime when it comes down to taking your life from one place to the next and being able to leverage, that's what we're here for. And I'm here to go ahead and run this play down for y'all. All right, listen. 4 main sections of running the exotic car play you need to know. All right, so write this down. Make sure you have it written down on any piece of paper, or if you got to go ahead and just replay this over and over, replay it over and over again, okay? Because this is definitely going to be something that you need and data points you need when you're going to purchase that dream vehicle, because it's definitely going to happen, all right? I always say run it through your business. I'm always going to give that to you because your business credit allows you to get more lengthier loans, right? And more better APR rates. And then there's a few things that actually comes into play with that. So number one, the first box you should be is your credit score. Your credit score matters. When it comes down to running this exotic car play, it matters. But then again, it only matters a small part, very small part. Your credit score only matters in 2 different things. I'm telling y'all what I know. I'm not telling y'all just something I'm just talking in front of y'all. Your credit score is for 2 different things. It's the APR percentage that they're going to approve you at for the interest for that, and the actual term of the loan, right? The more better your score is, the better the loan term can be, the longer it can be, okay? And now you get a better APR, as well as you get a better length of the loan, which allows you to have way more less capital that you need to go ahead and either put down for a down payment or the actual note itself per month, okay? Now, remember, they're looking at a credit score of 680 and above. 680 and above. Now, remember this. This is very key. When you're actually running this play through your business, okay, and they're looking for that score of 680 and above, they want to make sure that your lines, that your credit lines that you have on your file, you have some nice big ones, okay? You don't want to have any ticky-tack credit lines where you got a $300 card, a $500 credit card, a $1,000 credit card, $2,000 credit card. That's not showing the banks you can handle money. And they're taking a look at that personal score, right? But they're also taking a look at your personal lines. Okay, so I'm getting ready to give something to y'all for some game. For somebody who's out there and you've had long history with some of these department stores and some of these credit lines, and the credit lines are anything below $20,000, $15,000, $20,000, $40,000, $50,000, $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 lines, and I know I'm going up there because they do go up there and even bigger. You want to be making sure that you are getting a credit line increase to help increase that balance to its max capacity. That doesn't mean you're going to use the balance. What that means is stating that, hey, I have this availability of this balance. I got large lines. My usage is still maybe the same thing it was when the car was $2,000. Now the car is $10,000 and $20,000 and $30,000 because you asked for a credit line increase. But also call your agency up and let them know, hey, is this going to be a hard pull or soft pull? But your credit has to be available. It has to be in the right position. You just can't go get a credit line increase and your scores are down in the 500s or in the 400s or in the 300s. Now, I have seen some credit unions be able to extend those credit line limit increases with scores about 550, 580, okay? And they've been able to extend those credit line increases and grant that on the customer's, request. But it's a very rarity. Most of the time, those are local credit unions doing that, It's not going to be a big bank that those credit cards or anything are attached behind. Okay, so your credit score has to be above a 680. Preferably, if you're going to run the exotic card play, you want your Experian to be at a 720. Experian to at least be at a 720. Now, what has been happening lately, because I don't know if you guys seen, is yesterday, the day before, the Fed rate hiked it up another 25 basis points. What that means is because of that hike rate, the APR percentages and rates are going up, and then the lending of the institution changes. So you kind of want to have your ducks in a row going if you're going to run this play. So you want about a 720. Now, what the banks have been doing is they've been doing tri-merge reports. People probably may not have heard that, don't understand what that means. Lambo, this is going over my head, okay? You said I need a 720 credit score, and you said I need a couple of large lines on there. Okay, well, look, let's go get that. There's a way and a workaround around that you can get large lines added to your profile for pretty reasonable prices that'll actually help you run this play. But that's the smallest thing. That's the smallest thing. I don't care if you run through that with an 800 or 850 credit score. That's not going to guarantee you the loan with the credit. What that does is it guarantees you a better APR rate and a better term of the loan, okay? So where if you're running the exotic card play and it's 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, $500,000 cars, now you need some lines that show you cannot come to them and say, hey, I've only got a $50,000 car and I'm trying to go and get this $500,000 Lamborghini, $500,000 Lamborghini, or $250,000, whatever it is. They're not going to do that. Lines, most banks are going to only approve up to 60% of your highest car. So if your highest car is only $50,000 and you're trying to go get a $200,000 car, the highest that they're going to approve you, just a step above that, maybe about $80,000. Okay, so maybe about 80,000. They may go to 100. They may nudge 100, maybe nudge 101 for that. If you're going to run this exotic card play. So there's easy steps to take though to get to the 720 that you can actually help boost that score if you don't have any negative items and you're not carrying huge basis of credit utilization. So again, the banks don't want to see you hemorrhaging with credit. If you're overextending yourself with credit and your lines are above 30%, the banks are not going to even go ahead and try to even take a risk on you with that. So credit score is the smallest thing. You want it probably at about 720, all right? And be prepared if they do a tri-merge report. Tri-merge report means that it pulls Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian and takes two of those scores, divide it down the middle, and makes a median score between that, and then finances you off of that score. So say you had a 720 on Experian, Equifax has you at a 760, and then TransUnion got you at a 701. Well, it's going to take between the 760 and the 720 and probably give you a 740, which is really good. And then take that number and put the 740 on there because that's a median number between 720 and 760. And then put that number on the application and allow the underwriters to go based off of that 740 on your tri-merge report, which is your TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian all mixed together in one pool rather than just pulling from one bureau. So make sure you guys are with that. The APR, the higher the score, the lower the APR. I'm telling you this right now. The higher the score, the lower the APR, and then the better the term loans. So now you're not paying on a 5-year, a 4-year, and a 5-year, and a 6-year, or even a 7-year, right? For exotic car plays, you want to be at 10, 11, and 12-year loans, up to 144 months. You can actually get on an exotic car play. Again, banks will finance you up to 144 months off of a car play. So imagine you having a 6-year loan and then you see that number and people get scared at the dealership when they're like, oh my goodness, it's $5,000, $4,000 or $5,000 for this Lamborghini or this Ferrari. Well, yeah, it is based up off of the APR as well as the term of the loan. Okay. Now, remember, exotic car plays, the value of it definitely increases. And because the value of it increases and holds its value, you have to remember they will definitely more likely extend that value or that term of that loan if you meet the parameters of a strong 720 credit score. All right. And if you met the parameters of a tri-merge score, then they will actually go ahead and say, you know what, we'll extend this to you. We do have loans that are bigger than 6 or 7 years. They're not going to tell you that up front. They're not going to tell you that up front because they want to stick you in the 5, 6, and 7 years, because banks feel that 5, 4, 5, 6, and 7 year terms, or even 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 year terms, they're more liable for the value of the car to remain the same and not depreciate as fast as it would on a 12-year. The thing about exotic cars, they don't depreciate as fast as long as you keep up with the maintenance and keep lower miles to it, okay? And I'm going to show you how to be able to kind of get in and out of each one if that's something that you want. And instead of paying $4,000 and $5,000 a month for that vehicle, that at the term being at a lower term and the APR being at a higher APR because of that vehicle and the bank's taking a risk, you can actually get a lower APR as well as a longer term. Now, who would like to know that knowledge? Because I'm dropping that tonight of having a longer term of a 10-year, 11-year, and 12-year, as well as having a lower APR. Okay, so scores has to match to be able to have that. And the banks will run that all day long to make sure you have that. All right. Second thing on the list, I told y'all, is your lines. Is your lines. Not only if you're running business credit, they want to make sure that if the highest thing that you have in your personal is a $50,000 or $70,000 car or $40,000 car, they're only going to give you 60% more than that. I'm telling you what I know. They're only going to approve you for 60% more than that. So the highest you can get from that $70,000 car, banks will nudge you at 100, 120,000. They'll knock the head at about that 100, 120,000 all day long. Now, let me say something to you as well with that. $100,000 cars, for some of y'all are sitting here thinking like, oh my God, he's talking $100,000 cars. No, banks are running that play all day long. For some of you out there who have Bank of America has a partnership with Mercedes. They will approve you with a business credit, and you don't even have to have all these other specs that we have to have in line to run an exotic car play. Mercedes actually deals with them, with Bank of America, but they deal with them based off of just a 680 credit score. 680 is all you need to walk up in your bank with Bank of America. And as long as you have a banking relationship, a business banking relationship, they will run the Mercedes play through that. And you can get up to 4 Mercedes. I was just in the bank today talking with my guy, Sean. Shout out to Sean and everything, man, for definitely tapping in, man. This is how we tap in. Build a relationship with your bankers. That's one of the biggest keys of actually running this play. I'm telling you what I know. This is one of the biggest keys in running this play when you're doing it efficiently. Some of y'all are just, you're still on COVID time where you just want to just, call your bank up or go through the internet or see with them on the phone. No, stop in. Go see your local banker. Go see the local business lender. Go into the small business in your local credit union and go talk with them. The reason, because the more they see you face, the more that they are apt to be able to put a good word in to the underwriter that would normally deny you a loan, help push that loan through. I know what I'm talking about. Business relationships is one of the key things that not only in everything, man, I tell my clients to do, but I've built myself with. So that when we go run a play for a client, hey, let's go ahead and let's run them through them. Oh, hey, Lambo, how are they doing? How is their relationship with you? Now that when they take a look at what we call is the black and white script, that's your credit report. They look at that. The credit report and everything doesn't show if you're black, you're white, you're Hispanic, you're Asian, you're Chinese. It doesn't matter what you are. The credit report is a black and white script. It only shows data. Have you paid your bills? Have you paid your bills on time? If you hit a rough patch in your life, it's going to show, hey, you had some late histories or late payments, or you may have went on ahead and missed a few things. Hey, what happened here? Oh, and then you can go back. Yeah, that was a time in my life where I lost my job, or you got sick, or something happened with the family member, or something happened personal. I don't know what it is, but your credit report will show that. Your credit report is only a black and white script. No one's there to say, hey, they denied me because of my race. It doesn't work that way. That doesn't work that way in your credit. It works based off of numbers put into a system, and the system grants you access to either fund it or approved or declined, not approved, based up off of numbers. And that's what we're here to do. So lines are totally important, whether personal or whether business. You cannot expect a $200,000 car and all you have ever done was had a $50,000 car on your credit report. Banks won't prove that. You heard Chris Meeks talk about that Tuesday night, and he owns a Lamborghini, a beautiful orange Lamborghini. And he said, I went in there to get approved in Lambo. They wouldn't approve me. They wouldn't have. I really wish I could have used you 5 years ago, Lambo. They wouldn't approve me. And I know what the lending is based off of this. And I got bankers who are watching me right now as I'm saying this. And if they want to tap in on the chat or send me a side text to say if I'm saying anything wrong, they're going to know. And they're going to call me out like, Lambo, no, he's right. I know these banks. My wife can tell you more than anybody. Like, my husband knows these banks. And he knows exactly what these banks and requirements are looking for and why are they looking for this. Again, if you only have 50, 60,000 on your personal, right? Sometimes the only way that the bank will budge that 100 and 120 number is when they have a relationship with the dealer, like Bank of America does with Mercedes. And you can get up to 4 on your business credit with them at a 680 or above. A strong, preferably 700, 710 will actually get you through the door. Now, I was actually talking with my guy, Sean. Shout out to my guy, Sean, man, from BOA today, man. And we was talking some real talk, and they had people all out waiting on us. Like, man, they in there getting it in. Them two they're bulls in here getting it in. And he literally said banks have cut their lending to a lot of these different plays because of what's been going on with the economy. Now, 90% of applications that go through get denied. Get denied. So they're only lending to 10%. So when he told me that, I had to sit back and say, oh my God, it used to be on an 80-20, you understand, or a 70-30, when banks and everything, man, literally had some flexibility and leeway. Now they're on a 90-10, unless you are what they call as a pharmaceutical or a pharmacist or anything with a doctorate behind it, like a doctorate degree. That doctorate degree, and I'm not talking about you're a doctor in, doctor in English or anything like that, or doctor in math. No, you have to be a physical medical practice. They're willing to open up the doors on a physical medical practice. Okay, they're willing to give them whatever they want to get, automatically $100,000-$200,000 line of credit and everything else. It's how the banks are transitioning themselves over. So we need to think like the banks if you're going to run this play. So now, if I told you that it's not based off of gender, color, creed, sex, religion, or anything like that, it's based off a black and white script. When that credit report comes out, the credit report needs to match the numbers so that the underwriters can get it pushed through for you and you can run this play. So if your lines on your personal credit are only 2,000 and 5,000, and then your lines on your business credit is only 100 and 500 and 1,000 and 2,000 because you haven't been working on it, it's time for you to start getting busy. It's time for you to start saying, you know what? Let me know, Lambo, what I need to do to go on ahead and put some meat on the files so I can get myself in position to buy my dream car. Because why in the world would you be paying the same thing for the car you're driving in right now when you could be driving your dream car? And this is the same thing that Chris Meeks was speaking on Tuesday night about when he was saying, I didn't have the parameters. I didn't know. They denied me when I went for the funding. No matter how much you're making. Let me say this to you guys right now. When you're talking about lines, okay, this is huge. If your credit report is only showing that you have literally $10,000, $15,000, $30,000, $50,000, $60,000 worth of lines, 10 to 1, they're going to finance you in a vehicle for that range or up to 50 or 60% more. That's it. That's it. So if your dream car is at 150,000, you need to be having at least reported on there about $100,000. Not You done made 3 vehicles. Well, look, Lambo, I got 3 vehicles that had 33,000 over here, 35,000 over here, 25,000 over here, or whatever the case may be. That's $100,000 collectively. No, that's a $30,000 threshold across the board. $33,000, $30,000 threshold. So another 50 to 60% of that, you're probably only going to be getting about another, $50,000, $60,000 of a vehicle that they're going to finance you for. So how do you get around that? Lambo, what are you doing? You're telling me I need to go out here and buy a more expensive vehicle? Well, yes, let's be straight up real. Yes, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can either go buy a more expensive vehicle, and with the write-off of a more expensive vehicle in the weight, we even had Ron D. Lambeth on the show, shout out to my good friend, who actually talked about the way that you can write off that bigger vehicle, right? And literally now, it used to be 100% write-off. With the laws now, you can only write it off at 80%, and then the next year is going to be down to 75, 70%. Then the next year, another descending. But you can write off 80% and get that back as a credit now. Where before you used to go write it off at 100% a year or 2 ago, now you get 80% of that credit. So you're almost getting it for scot-free anyway. You need to start thinking like the banks would think. So now, if you're at a $75,000, $80,000 vehicle and they're lending above 60% of that, now at $80,000, now you're saying, hey, you know what, Lambo? I can get up to that 120 now. I'm at that mark of 120, 130. I can actually go on ahead and finance that, right? And they'll actually approve you for that. Now, if you said, Lambo, I cannot get up to that level at $80,000 or $75,000 or whatever, that my budget is not that point. There's other ways around that. And if you reach out to me, I will connect you with the right people, the right team, my team, that will help you run that play, that will make sure that that reports on your file legally, literally at that threshold that you actually need to be at to get 60% over. And you will be walking away from dealerships with your dream vehicles and into that zone that you actually need to be at. And that's what we're here for. So reach out to me and stuff like that, man. DM me. Make sure you send me a text or something like that, man. Make sure, man, let me make sure I put the number on the screen. I didn't want to go ahead and do this until after the show. But if you guys send me a DM or something like that, man, and say, yo, Lambo, I need this, definitely going to reach out to me. Tap into me personally, 612-547-8826, 612-547-8826. If I don't get it back to me, man, my system get back to me, put you in the system, we will collab, and I will get this thing moving for you because I know what you need to get it done. Not think about it, to really run the play and get it done. And we got the people, man, who's going to make it happen for you, where it will not just report on one line. See, some people and everything, when they're doing business credit, when they're doing credit, they actually could only get access to one credit. I mean, literally like your Experian credit. And most people, they'll run the play with Experian. And it's like, yeah, that's all you really need is Experian credit. No. If I just told you that the banks and the feds have actually hiked up the rate all the way up to 25 more basis points now, that means that the APR and the adjustments of the banks are going to change because of that. And you need to have the right thing on your file to be actually being able to move. I literally was on a conference call this morning with one of the top realtors in Miami as well as in Dubai as well. Shout out to you. You know what I'm talking about. You know who you are. And they were actually not just a realtor, but they do some other big things on the side that we do some funding plays, big funding plays, 7-8 figure deals for clients to put them in position. And she was telling me straight up, Lambo, yo, some people, they don't pay attention to their business credit or their personal. You need to be paying attention to that. You need to know what's on your personal. Say, you're right, Lambo. I only got, 3 cards at, $700, $1,500, $5,000. That's my largest line. And I really want to get in my dream card. Well, then you need to add more to your file. And if you add more to your file, again, the banks, they only see a black and white transcript. They don't see the color, the creed, the religion, or the who you are as a person. They don't see that in front of you. All they see is what's on paper. And what's on paper is what matters to the underwriters. And that's what we want to see. That's how we want to see you being able to run the play and run it successfully and move. So when I was sending out, man, my clients who were coming back with the Lamborghini Uruses, and they were coming back with the Maseratis, and they were coming back with the Corvettes, and they were coming back with some of these other plays, Bentleys and Rolls Royces. They was like, Lambo, how in the world are they coming back like this? What are they doing? When people see me on Instagram and Facebook this morning, like literally going ahead, walking around the dealership, scouting out something for a client, they're like, Lambo, what's going on? And how are you able to do that? Because my team was able to do that as well. We know the specs, we know the numbers. And if we know the specs, we know the numbers. Now you know the numbers, you know what you need to do, or you know who you need to reach out to make it happen. I'm just giving you the power and the ability to be able to run it yourself. Again, so the first box is score, okay? You want over 680, 720 preferably and above. And then if they pull a tri-merge, make sure all of your reports are literally in sequence. You got a 720 on Experian, 720, 730 on Equifax, 720, 730, man, on TransUnion. Should be like that across the board, just in case the banks pull a tri-merge, because they are trying to tighten up a little lending and making sure that your numbers are right in this market that we're in right now. So it ain't time to go ahead and be saying, oh man, I can't get my dream car because of this and that. No. You're still going to be able to get the dream numbers. You just shift your revenue and you just shift what you're doing and know how to be able to go get it. Why in the world would I spend $1,100 a month? No disrespect to anybody out there who's doing it. If you don't know it, I'm getting ready to put you to some game. Why in the world would I spend $1,000 to $1,500 a month on a vehicle that I literally got from Ford, GM, or whatever the case may be, because I didn't know the numbers, and they were the ones moving the ball. They were the ones controlling the APR. They were the ones controlling terms. Now that I know what I need to know, let me control the terms. Let me control the APR. Now I'm in something that I like, and I can pay $1,100 or $1,500 a month, or $900 a month, or $700 a month. Rondi was on here literally a few months back talking about how his Ferrari, he said, hey man, I'm probably paying less than what most people are out there paying for their vehicles. And I know what he did to actually get that. He ran that play. That's what we're here to do. We're here to show you that you can run that play and literally live a lifestyle that's within the budget. And it doesn't have to over exceed what you're already living right now. That's what this leverage show is about, showing you how to leverage yourself to the next levels. So again, if your personal lines are only you have $100, $500, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 credit card, $20,000 credit card, they want to see, the banks want to see, how do you handle your personal? Okay, we see you got some big lines. He's got a couple, 10, 15, 20, 30,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70, $80,000 lines. He's not using much. She's not using much. They're literally living beneath their means, and they're actually averaging that. Hey, that's good. Now let's take a look at the business. Okay? When they look at the business, they're going to pull 3 scores on your business. They're going to pull your Dun & Bradstreet, they're going to pull your Experian, and they're going to pull that Equifax business, okay? Technically, they're going to pull a 4th one and everything, but we're just going to focus on the 3 because the 3 make the biggest difference. Your Dun & Bradstreet, your Experian business, and your Equifax business. When they pull that, those scores are literally going to tell them everything that they need to know. If you're doing business credit and you have trade vendor credit and you only have a bunch of net 30s and net 60s and net 90s, it's time for you to step your game up. They want to see more financials on there, what you're doing bigger financial with other institutions, okay? Now, if you literally only have, and I'm getting ready to give this to you right now. I have people, man, who said, yeah, man, I got a car in my business credit name. And they charged that person with that car because they had nothing really on it, but the lender did give them a car. They gave them like a $40,000, $50,000 car. And then they charged them an astronomical APR rate. We're in here to leverage better than an astronomical APR rate. You could have just got it in your personal at that point and got a better rate and a better term for you. But because you didn't know it and you were happy and gun-ho that, hey, they approved me for this $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 car, and now I'm paying this rate at 12, 15, 18, 25, 35. I'm telling you, with business, I've seen it go as high as about 70%. for business APR. I mean, literally, that's insane for a loan. If you are at a 30, 35, 50%, you need to go ahead and get at me and my team today. Like, we need to go ahead and restructure that so you can get yourself in a way better position than that, because you're giving back to the banks 3-4 times the price of that vehicle. And that's what we're not trying to do. We're trying to have you leverage right. So before you get the first vehicle, I'm getting ready to give some serious game to y'all, right? Some of y'all are saying, Lambo, I don't know if I can get, a car or vehicle in my business name. You're saying, Lambo, you did tell me that I need a $50 or $60 or $70,000 or $80,000 vehicle. How do I do that? Take it from your personal, refinance it into your business. So if you're paying a 30, 40, 50,000 in your personal, add it to your business. Let them restructure the deal in your business. Now, all you did was take the same vehicle that you were using in your personal and go to your bank, go to your credit union, and if definitely you have a business account with them, and then allow them to restructure that loan. Now, when they restructure that loan, one or two things are going to happen. Either you're going to get a lower APR rate, or it's going to be even higher, or about reasonable what you're paying right now at the same APR rate that you're at right now. Usually in your business, they can't wait to roll that loan over, right, into your business. And sometimes they may make you wait what they call as a cool-off period, about 6 months, 9 months from the time that you first signed the loan of that vehicle. So don't trip if some of y'all just purchase a vehicle in your personal. What you can do is you say, you know what? You're right, Lambo. I want to purchase this vehicle in my personal, but I'm going to transfer this vehicle in my business. I'm going to talk with my banks. I'm going to get with my credit union. I want to know what it is to refinance this in my business, to push this through. If the APR rate is ridiculously through the roof and they're charging you another 10, 15, 20, 30% more to do that, hold off on the deal and grow your business credit out a little bit more. Put a little bit more meat on your file. Get a little bit more trade vendors and allow the trade vendors to be able to go on ahead and make a move for you. This is what we're here for. We're here to show you how to be able to leverage and move smart, and don't move foolishly. That is literally costing you all this extra revenue that you're actually putting in to something that you shouldn't be putting in the first place. So just because a person can say that, yeah, we can move it from your personal to your business, you need to hold off and say, hey, what is my APR rate and what is my term? Because if I'm paying more in my business from transferring from my personal to my business, and my APR rate is even way higher and it's thrown out of whack, it's not a 3 or 5 or 6% jump, a 7% jump, then if it's at a 10, 15, 20, 30, 40%, my God, leave it right there. Leave it in your personal. Because what happens is you're doing yourself more harm than you're actually doing yourself good. And that's what we're not here for, to actually teach you on the Leverage Show of how to do. But again, most of the time, the better APR rates, if you're financing a car, and for some of you who may have had some high APR rates, because you might have didn't know, you might have said, man, Lambo, I needed a vehicle. I needed it right then and there. My car gave out. I needed to get back and forth to work. I needed it. This was the only place that was going to do it. And the APR rate is floating around, I don't know, 15, 18, 20, 25, 30%. I need for you, if your credit is right and you worked on your credit and you've been into that, I need for you to refinance at a way lower rate. Most of the time, your local credit unions will do it. Now, the two big credit unions that'll take over any loan, and they work very well with the Exotic CarPlay. I'm giving y'all some serious game. Y'all write this down. Navy Federal, and Pentagon Federal, which is PenFed. Those two will run the Exotic CarPlay over and over and over again. You don't even know that they will approve it more than what you think. Oh, well, Drew, they just denied me on a $40,000 loan for a car. And I don't know why they denied me for that. And then you came back and bought the specs for an Exotic CarPlay where you're saying, man, you know what? I wanted this $150,000, or even if it's a work van or work truck or something like that, I wanted this instead. And then they looked at that and said, hold on, that depreciates way less than the $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 car that you were asking us for. So we denied that, but accepted that. Credit unions actually do that. They will deny you until something is a win-win on both of their parts. Now and everything, man, when you go back to say, hey, I would like this vehicle instead. Could you do this in my business name? Oh, yeah, we can do that all day long. They ran the comps, they ran the numbers. They know if something was to happen, they can go pick that vehicle up and they're still going to be right side up, rather than upside down in that vehicle. And the banks are actually win off of that, which leads me to my third point. Residence. Your residence is everything. Your residence, when you're running the exotic car plate, is everything. The more solid that you are in your residence, where you live at, where you lay your head at, how you pay your bills, whether it's rent or a mortgage, or if it's paid off, is everything. I'm getting ready to give some serious game to y'all. For some of y'all who've been trying to run the play and say, okay, Lambo, you talked about my score. You said, hey, man, I need to be at a 680, but really preferably 720 and above. And then you talked about the lines on personal and business. You said, hey, Lambo, I need to have some meat on my file. I need to have some lines. I need to be actually getting these trade references pretty good and in good standing and have a lot of meat to it, where they're able to see that, hey, if I'm going to get this vehicle and it's 60%, I need to be showing that I can afford $100,000. You want a $300,000 vehicle? You need to be showing that you can afford $175,000, $180,000 vehicle before they bump you up to the $300,000. Or if you had a $100,000 vehicle reported on there, they'll bump you twice, like a full 100 times what you actually got. So if you got a $100,000, $120,000 vehicle, you want to go after the $300,000 vehicle, and all the other quadrants are right and the numbers are right, they'll give you the loan for the $300,000 and $400,000 vehicle because you actually mastered the other ones. Now, the third one being residence makes a big difference. If they look at your profile and they see that there's a history of a lot of addresses and a lot of movement, most banks will not fool with you at all. I'm telling you, if you're renting and you have a lot of different addresses, you're only staying somewhere 1 to 2 years, 6 months, 8 months, you're moving around, you're bouncing around a lot, banks do not like that. Banks like to know, I know where this person is going to be at if I need to go get my vehicle. If they miss a payment, they fall on hard times, I know where they're at. Banks tend to want, if you own a home or you're in a mortgage and that mortgage is paid pretty well, or in that spot of being pretty well, they're more likely to lend to you than they would the person who's just renting and bouncing around every 6 months, 8 months, 1 year. They love to see stability. They love to see history. So they feel more comfortable pushing across the table, even if you don't even have some of those other specs that I put. And I told you earlier, they feel more comfortable loaning to that person and that individual because they have history. So when you go there, the banks want to see that you have been at this residence for quite some time. You just didn't come in there 4 months and you were at the last place, you were only there for 8 months, 1 year. And then at the last place before that, you were there for 9 months. The history of your residence can get you an automatic denial. Straight up. Straight up. The history can get you an automatic denial. Automatic denial. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what the underwriters look for. I'm giving you the sauce. I'm giving you the game. So for some of y'all, if you saying, look, I've been at my mama's house like 20 years, and these other places I bounced around like 3 years, and you really cool with your mama and your people, you want to be listing at you at your mama's house on the application. And be like, yo, how long you been there and stuff like that? Man, I've been there 20 years. I've been there 30 years. So God forbid if some of y'all been there 30 years, but if you had no other chance, then 30, 40 years, that's your choice. But you got a cool rapport with that address. And the banks say, oh, wow, he's been there 20 years. But we see these other addresses, I'm like, yeah, I moved around and then I turned around and got a chance to move back. That's another thing that the banks will actually approve you on based off of the length of your residence than actually you moving around from place to place and getting flagged on your account. I'm telling you what I know. This is huge and a game changer for you. All right. So residence, if you kind of bounce around, kind of got a lot of different places, maybe you want to definitely get that cleaned up. Even if there's some old addresses that are on your profile already on your credit, get that kind of cleaned up, get that taken off. Say, hey man, look, I'm not live here. I don't need this on my credit. Let me reach out to somebody who can get it done. Or you can call up the bureaus yourself and get it done. Say, hey man, I don't live here. I haven't been here. Could you take this off my credit profile? And this is some old addresses. I just need these lengthier ones that are on here so that it doesn't show that I'm bouncing around from all these different places and allowing the liability of that loan to go in jeopardy, right? Because they don't see you being as stable as somebody would who has been with a mortgage or who owned the home and have been there 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years, 30 years in one particular place. So I'm telling y'all, that's another flag for you getting denial. And the last quadrant, your employment. Your employment, straight up. I cannot begin to tell you how this can go two ways. I have more people who come to me and they say, Lambo, man, I'm making all this money, man. I'm making 500,000, man. I'm making 300,000. I'm making 1.5 million, 5 million, 7 million a year. Like, these numbers don't scare me when I hear them. I'm like, oh man, you're making some good numbers. It's about at the end of the year. And a lot of y'all got some amazing tax people. And I know the tax people are probably getting ready to get at Lambo right now, but I'm getting ready to tell y'all the God honest truth, straight up. I got people who can make 100, 150,000 a year, 80,000 a year, will run that play and get that car faster than a person who's making $1.5 million a year. Straight up. Finances don't play as what you think as a bigger part as what you do. More people and more banks and underwriters actually look at how much money do you keep? How much money do you keep? So if you have 1.5 million rolling through the banks, you have 1.5 million or 3 million or 7 million rolling through your business, but you're only seeing out of that $75,000, then the person who has the job and the history and who's been on there longer than a year or 2 years, they're just not contracting, they're likely to give that person the loan faster than they would you. And you're saying, whoa, hold on, Lambo. You're not, this is not right. Listen, I'm a business owner. I have employees. I have this. I got my LLC, my corporation or anything. This should be awarded to me. I guarantee you I got underwriters right now will sit up there and say, man, Lambo is 100% right. Because we can go to that person who's been on their job for 10, 15 years, 20 years. They're making 80,000, 100,000, 150, 200,000, 300,000. They've been in that same spot because of what? Stability. Stability. While you, as a business owner, have been saying you're trying to do everything you possibly do to write your business and everything down and saying, I'm trying to pay as less taxes as possible, which is truth. But you truly want to be able to be on the right side of that. If you're going to say, hey, yeah, we rid off this amount of money and stuff like that, but this is what I'm keeping. Show what you're keeping, not show what you didn't just rid off. Banks love to see how much money is not going through the bank a month, how much money is kept in your bank at the end of the month. And I guarantee you, a lot of 90% of underwriters will say, Lambo Drew is right. You'll get that small 10% saying, Lambo, we kind of look the other way, because they're going to look the other way. But 90% of them, straight up, 90% of them, they're going to tell you he's right. They're going to tell you he's right. I'm telling you what I know. They're going to tell you he's right. Lambo is killing the game saying what he's saying because he wants to put y'all in a better position. So don't think just because you're not a business owner, that literally exemplifies you from not running the exotic car play and getting the car of your dreams. No, it doesn't. What it does is, how much money do you keep? How much money have you been keeping? How much money have you been putting in your checking in and your savings and really saving aside? That's what they want to see. Some of them may require a bigger down payment. Like, oh man, we'll take that. We'll definitely take and run the play because they have the capital. They have the money set aside. They have the down payment, a larger down payment. And I'm not going to lie to you right now. I've got people right now. I got banks right now that I got people saying, man, Lambo, man, look, if I get the $400,000 or $500,000 vehicle, all I got to do is, man, I got 100,000. I'll put down on the down payment. They won't even budge. They won't even budge. You're thinking that the $100,000 down is going to make them budge, and you're handling a $400,000 or $500,000 equipment, you think that's going to make them budge? No. Now, it will help you out in some cases. Some lenders will definitely like that bigger down payment. They would love to have you put down $150,000. That really would help you out. They're like, oh, okay, well, he's got a 690, 700, 720. He's got a few lines. I see he's made a couple of payments and stuff like that with some vehicles and some cars. Oh, we see that he's been at nice residence and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, put that down payment down. That helps out because you have been checking off the other 3 boxes and they feel more comfortable with you. They say, yeah, we'll run it. We won't deny them because guess what? You have just put down a nice down payment. We'll run it because the other boxes are checked out. But say you only have 1 out of those 4 boxes that I told you, like, man, I got great credit, and that's all you got going for you. I promise you the banks are not going to pull the trigger. I promise you, they're not. Now, what you can do is go to a private lender. Private lender restrictions are a lot different, okay? Or even if you get yourself in a bridge loan, you can do a bridge loan, and a bridge loan allow you to be able to run that play too as well. And there's a few other plays that you can actually do to really run that play that'll get you into that doesn't have that squadron of those 4 terms that I just named between your credit score, the lines of the history of your lines of your credit, both personal and business, the residence, the longevity of where you've been at, and also in everything that employment, whether it's business, personal, or whatever you're doing, of that showing the finances through that. Showing financial statements to banks, thinking that you're coming in here, hey man, I'm running this play. Chris Meeks can tell you right now, I don't care what you got in there. I don't care what you making in these deals. I don't care what you're saying you come into the table with. Yo, do you check off on these other ones? Because at the end of the day, the banks want to see that this property is in good hands. This property, this asset that they have as a vehicle is in good hands, and they can trust that if something was to happen, they can go find you to go get it back. You don't know how many guys that I know who've come to me, Lambo, man, look, I got my jet, I got my car, I got my exotic car getting repoed and all of this stuff. Yo, I'm trying to hide out. What? Whoa. Banks don't want to hear that. Banks don't want to hear you trying to hide out. Man, turn it over, give it back. We'll challenge it on getting it off your credit. If you can't handle it, and if you believe you can't handle it, get out of it. And I'm telling you this right now, we don't want y'all to be into that. Now, I'm going to give y'all some terms that y'all may need to know when they're talking numbers. So say you check off all 4 of those, or even if you make 3 of those and they still run the play and they run the bag and they allow you to go on ahead and say, hey, we're giving you the vehicle, right? We're giving you the vehicle because everything else been checked off. When you get to that table and they tell you, hey, yeah, we got you in a 12-year loan, 144-month loan. I'm telling you, they do it all the time. And I'm going to talk to you even about that. And you're only going to have to pay $1,200 a month for this vehicle. You're like, oh my God, $1,200. I'm riding in a Lamborghini for $1,200 a month. Consideration that you need to take in advance before you walk off the dealership. And I'm telling you, I know what they're going to ask you. I'm telling you, I know what they're going to ask you. They're going to ask you and everything, man. Okay, now we want the coverage and everything, man, before you walk across this table away. These are things that you probably didn't go ahead and put into perspective. And the coverage for that Lamborghini may turn around and everything, man, it may be at another $500, $600, $800 a month that you didn't even know existed. Like, oh my gosh. So now you're no longer at the $1,200, $1,300 a month. Now you're at another $500, $600 a month because the deductible of the Lamborghini, it actually changes, or the Ferrari or the Rolls Royce or whatever the case may be. So the deductions may change in that. So the number that you see between the term loan that they're saying, yeah, it's only going to be $1,200 a month. It's not including in everything, man, 2 other key factors. That being, what are you going to do for the insurance for that? How are you going to be able to adjust that? Because the deductible may be at this amount of level for this amount of coverage. And then some insurances, depending on who you know, they're going to want a down payment up front for that. Yeah. Try going to that table They've checked off all the boxes. You're saying, I'm getting my keys to my exotic car. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling ready. And then all of a sudden, boom, they hit you with, yeah, well, you need to go ahead and send us and everything the down payment right now of $2,000 or $3,000 right now so we can kick this policy off. Whoa, hold on. Hey, I was prepared for the $1,200. I'm not prepared for this. I'm giving you what's going to happen so that you already come to the table and saying, you know what? I shop my insurance. I said what kind of vehicle I wanted. Sometimes you're going to have to shop around first to the actual credit unions and actual banks to kind of actually see where do you actually fall in with financing. Getting pre-qualified for an exotic car is a lot more better than walking into that dealership and them using their banks to be able to finance you at a different rate. I'm telling you what I know. Sometimes your banks and your credit unions, especially credit unions, Navy Federal and Penn Fed, I told you, will definitely go ahead and run a bigger play because of what the exotic car is and the value that it holds to you. And actually, you can come in with a cash or check in your hand and be able to give that to them and negotiate a better deal. So I'm telling you what I know. Second thing is you have to understand depreciating value. That's another expense you must put aside every month. So say you get to the table. They tell you, hey, we got you on a 12-year loan. You're only paying after everything else. We worked it out. You're paying $1,200 a month. I got my Ferrari. I got my Lamborghini. I got my Bentley. I'm ready to go. And then all of a sudden, and everything, man, the insurance hits you. Well, wow, I'm at another $500 more a month than I thought I was going to be. So now you're at $1,700 a month now with that. And then depreciating value cost, we run you about another $300-400. So now depreciating value cost, you know what that is? All that is that if something happens to the vehicle, where you're having wear and tear between tires and something happens and everything, man, where you literally get a scratch or something or whatever to the car, you actually have those money set aside while the value is slowly dripping away. Now, I'm going to say that to you. You have just went from $1,200 to another $500 to another $300-400. Now you're about $2,100-2,200 a month. Now, for some of y'all, $2,200, you guys, that's fine. Like Lambo, I can do $2,200. I got my dream car sitting right there in my driveway. I feel good. That's a good move. Now I'm going to give y'all the second part of this game, right? That's purchase. That's me running that for you purchased. If I didn't run it for you purchased, right? I would say go leased. But now when you go leasing, you're going to pay about half of what you've been paying about if it literally came out and the term and everything, man, probably might have not been as long as you would if you got the purchase plate. You were able to run the 10, 11, or 12-year loan with that. Now the lease and everything, man, on that literally would probably be about half of that, what you would normally pay on a 6, 7, and 8-year term. So now and everything, man, if the car was costing $3,000-4,000, you're probably only paying $1,000-2,000 a month. And you got to look for the stipulations. That's what's in that. So now they'll say, yeah, we can get you this for $1,500 and you ain't got to worry about all of this. We take care of all this, take care of maintenance, take care of this, take care of that. But now you have to worry about mileage. And they may only put you on a lease for that exotic car. Remember, the mileages are a lot lower than they would be a Mercedes, than it would be in a Lexus. There would have been a few other ones that you're actually doing a lease, Cadillac and all of that. Now they may only say, hey, yeah, we'll give you this lease. But total miles a year you can do with this lease are paying $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a month, 1,200 miles a year, 1,500 miles a year. So now you're telling me that I got my dream car. It's leased. Hey, man, I can give it back and everything after 2-3 years, and I'm not held liable for this. But now I'm actually could be charged more if I go over these miles. Now, I'm telling you what I know. $1,200 to $1,500 is pretty standard for a lot of these lease terms that people say, yeah, if you're looking for exotic, we can get you in. And there's a lot of these running around, these lease agencies that'll get you in. I'm going to tell you one right now. Select Leasing will get you into a vehicle like that all day long. Select Leasing will get you into that. And I think, what is the other one? Fanham, or one of them. They'll get you into another lease, if I'm not mistaken. They'll get you to that exotic all day long. That lease, they'll get it to you and you can go drive it. Let me tell you something. Most of the vehicles that are out there like that are leased. So don't think that everybody's just pitching around $200,000, $300,000, $500,000. A lot of them are leased. And then telling you, this is what I own. I'm giving it the straight game. You want the leverage show game? I'm giving it to you tonight. A lot of those vehicles are leased. So they're not paying the $4,000 or $5,000 a month that you think they're paying. They're paying $1,500, $2,000, $1,300. You know, they're able to live at the end of the month or for whatever the case may be. And that game, it comes with stipulations. Hey, you better make sure that you have it in by this time. For oil change, everything else that you need, maintenance, everything that you need, make sure you only put 100 miles a month on here. And that's common. 100 miles a month for a lot of exotic places is common. But if you know, let me say this to you. Can I be real with y'all? Can Lambo be real with y'all? If you know that you have one other car, two other cars, and those are your drive around cars and stuff like that, don't never be scared behind miles if you're going to do the lease. I'm telling you this right now, because 100 miles a month is just like, hey, man, I'm going to the show with my lady. I'm going to, this restaurant or whatever, and we're going back. I only drive this vehicle 2-3 times a month, and we may only go 5 miles one way, 10 miles the other way, and then back and everything, 10 more miles and stuff like that. I'm at 20 miles right there. So now you got 80 more miles and you've made a day or a weekend for yourself. Don't be scared of those numbers if you're gonna do the lease, straight up. So a lot of people, they are scared of that when they're trying to run an exotic car play. And most people with the same specs or the same quadrants that I tell you will approve you for a lease faster than they would actually approve you for the loan, because they know they're going to get the car back. The car is going to be in great shape and it's going to maintain its value, so that when you turn the car back in and you follow the guidelines, guess what? The dealership and everything can get top value for that vehicle. And that's what they would love to have, even faster than they would love to have you actually owning that vehicle outright. Straight up. Straight up. I'm giving y'all straight game, because I don't want y'all to be out here thinking that everyone is out there living their best life and you can't live your best life, and they're just doing it on the strategy or the knowledge that you didn't know. And now I'm giving the game to you today on that. A lot of premier leasing companies, you can possibly Google them up. They will be premier leasing companies that will allow you to get into those vehicles to run that play and have your dream car for probably about the same thing that you're paying for your vehicles now. You may have to take, stop this or stop that or whatever you possibly can, and then push the money to allocate it to the car of your dreams. But you're not over budgeting where you're at $5,000 a month, and that you're out there, man, struggling to pay the rest of your bills when you can actually just run the play the opposite way. So if you keep that in mind, you can have your car of your dreams between a lot of these different plays. You got the playbook. You got all the things that you need. You got all the tools right in front of you to run this play. Go out and run it. If you need help, man, do not be afraid to hit that number at the bottom of the screen, 612-547-8826, 612-547-8826. And I will make sure that you're able to go ahead and run that play. Make sure your personal is right as well as your business. And then if your finances are already ready to go, man, you'll be able to run that play. And it literally is at the same amount of effort that it takes for you to go there, to go get your Ford F-150 or your Escort or whatever. It's the same amount of energy it actually takes to run this play. And you're probably playing about just about the same, if not even lesser. And there's some other key things that I can do to actually show you how to even make the loan even lower. And you're probably paying less than $1,000 a month, probably about $700, $800, $900 a month. And you're driving in the Ferrari, your Lamborghini, whatever vehicle, man, pretty much that you want that fits those parameters, but the terms and everything, again, are changing more favorable for you. Listen, I really want to thank you guys for tonight. I hope in everything, man, that we talked about a lot of game. You guys were able to write it down. And y'all were able to really go on ahead and say, you know what? Wow, I did not know that this thing is more attainable than it actually is. Yes, it is. You just need to know it's more obtainable. Somebody just needed to say, you know what? Let me go on ahead and pull this aside and do this thing the right way. So yeah, you thinking that you working your 9 to 5. I got nothing but 9 to 5 people, man, who were working their 9 to 5s and literally pulling up, man, with their dream car right outside. They didn't have to have a 7, 8, 9-figure business. They had sustainability on their job, but that checked out the other factors. Personal credit was right. It was above that threshold. The business credit was right. They had nice lines, or comparable lines is what they call it. And then they had some resident history that was longevity. And then also their employment was able to put them in position where, hey, they couldn't afford a $4,000 or $5,000 car, but they can a month car, but they can afford $1,000, $1,300, $1,400, $2,000 a month was their threshold, or $900 a month. And they were able to be driving in the car of their dreams. And the other people are looking around them like, what the heck are they doing? How the heck are they winning? With ease. Just being able to know where to go, be able to go get it. You don't have to go spend the cash. You just need to know how to go get it and say, yup, this is within my payment. I set my money aside. I can actually make this. If you're running money through your business, make sure you're just not running money through your personal. Run money through your business. That's where your business is allowed to get that business credit that allows the banks to see what you're actually doing. And money, holding the money in that business is huge. So you sitting about 30, 40, 50,000, 70,000 in that business definitely makes you more favorable to the banks to get approved once you have all of these other boxes checked off. Listen, it's been my pleasure of running that play. Holler at me if you need some help. We will make sure that you run the play and allow to put the additional enhancements on your file that will allow the banks to actually, and underwriters, to push the loan through and get you the vehicle of your dreams for probably way less than what you really think. It's just a part about reaching out. Again, a closed mouth don't get fed. I'm Lambo Drew. I'm here to go ahead and help you out to run your exotic car play and get the cars of your dreams and everything. Reach out to me. Me and my team can help you out. We'll make sure and everything, man. We run it for you and run the numbers before you go to that dealership. Look at everything like a complete fool and don't even know exactly what you're actually doing. Hopefully this information has blessed you. Hopefully this information has helped change your life. And I ran a lot of cool game for y'all tonight, so y'all can go ahead and make that play and run in that exotic car play. You want the Ferrari? It's just not on your wall. It's just not in your mind. The keys are already in your hand. Now go run the play. I love you guys, man. Thank y'all, man, for tapping in, man, on another great night, man. Let me get to these comments, man. Hey, what's up, man? Pleasure and everything, man, to meet you, Bush. Thank you, man. You already know what time it is, man. Loving to see that. Loving to see y'all. I love to see, man, stuff like that. That really makes my day, man. I see on here, who is this? My goodness. Oh, man, shout out to you guys, man. I see y'all showing all this kind of love, man, right here, man, on the channel, man. That blesses me, man, so much, man, that y'all don't even know, man. Thank y'all for that, man. 100, man. Yeah, listen, man, thank you, Lee, for that, man. You always, man, a stand-up guy, bro. Thank you, brother, for what all you're doing and stuff like that, man, and showing some love, man. That's what we're here, man, to do right out here, man, on this Leverage Show. Shout out to my guy, Andy Graves. I see you, Big G. Tony, man, my guy, Big Tone, man, in the building, man. Thank you, man. Coach and everything, man. Next Level Lambo, bro. You know, man, I love you guys. I'm always going to go ahead and give y'all, man, the real sauce, man, to give y'all how it's really done and show y'all how it's really done as well. Not just that, I got one more tip for y'all, man. For some of y'all who really want to go ahead and run an exotic car play like that, go to your local banks and credit unions. I'm getting ready to tell you something right now that most people don't know before I sign off on here. Some of those exotic car plays, the credit unions and the banks are already taking the car back on the repo because they actually missed it. And then they give it to you at a discounted rate than what they're actually giving. And you can actually run the play through your credit union and truly going ahead and have that dream car. Just ask for the list. Yo, y'all got any repos? Y'all got any cars and stuff like that y'all taking back where some people and everything, man, couldn't go ahead, man, and pay the bills or pay this or pay that? And I'm telling y'all, y'all will be surprised of how fast those banks have Lamborghinis, Ferraris. They'll have, man, top-notch cars, man, all on deck, top-of-the-line Escalators, man. And they'll be out there, man, to be able to turn the keys over for you for at a drop of a dime, man. I'm telling you what I know. So y'all make sure y'all check in with your local banks, check in with your local credit unions, and see what cars and what people have turned over the keys right there in the credit union too as well, man. Because I'm telling y'all, that's another play where y'all can actually get an exotic car for really cheap on the nose. Again, y'all holler at me, man. Numbers on the bottom of the screen, 612-547-8826. Send me a text, 612-547-8826, if you need help running this exotic car play, and we will make it happen for you. My guy, Chris Copeland, I see you in the building, man. Thank you, Chris Copeland, man. I see you. Cutie Potato for Life showing love. I see y'all, man, my Facebook fam and YouTube fam showing so much love, man. We definitely talk this play. Y'all go ahead and put this thing on rewind. Send it to somebody. Put it on replay. Go run the play. And if you need help, reach out to me, 612-547-8826, and I will help you get the vehicle of your dreams. Me and my team, we will make it happen. Listen, I love you guys, man. Thank y'all for tapping in tonight. Listen, tomorrow, noon Eastern, we're running a huge play. My guy Reed joins the Leverage Show broadcast at noon, and we're going to run through a whole presentation of passive income, where something y'all can park your money into and make some serious money every single day. And you guys literally have a hands-free, man. So make sure you guys are tapped in tomorrow at noon Eastern for Finance Fridays Live, the second one. And we will make sure that we will run some serious plays with y'all. We love you guys, man, right here on the Leverage Show. I will see you guys at noon Eastern tomorrow, right back here on the Leverage Show, where my guy Reed will be on the Leverage Show running this play and running this broadcast. Listen, I love you guys, man. Thank you guys for rocking out. Have an amazing, great night. Replay this over and over again, or reach out to me and my team, and we'll make sure we be able to take care of you and guide you into where you actually need to be. Y'all see y'all the next time, man. Till next time, man. We'll be right back out here running these same plays. Love y'all, man.